Good morning, it's Sunday morning. Good news, 274. That means a 4-pound loss this week. And gotta be happy with that. Anyway, but you know, that was my lowest point that I saw last week. But anyway, aside from that, this week I've got for you my special Taboule. I actually made it yesterday, but due to the magic of film, it will come after this bit. So I just want to say happy losing. I wanted to say, interestingly, really tough week this week. Didn't get a lot of sleep. There was a lot of stress around. I only got to the pool once. I didn't get any running, no biking in, and still a 4-pound loss. But I'm going to credit that to just portion control and trying to watch what I eat. I'm not doing any kind of real crazy stuff, so I guess what I'm doing seems to be working. Eating good stuff too. I'm not starving and I'm enjoying everything I'm eating. So happy losing, still going in the right direction. Hi. One of my favorite recipes from, going way back into childhood is Taboule. And I want to show you what I do. First, I get bulgur wheat, and what I do is I just go to the local Mediterranean market and buy it in bulk. That's 4 pounds, costs like $5. I've got some that I've already put in here. I've actually started to get this going, but what I want to show you, the basic ingredients, there's no cooking involved in this at all. I've got about 2 cups of bulgur wheat, and then I'm juicing fresh lemons, and boy, the lemon juice really just comes out in this. And then I get about 2 cups total of lemon juice and water. And that goes in there. I've already put a little bit in there. Let me see here. And this essentially, you just let it sit until the wheat gets soft. And it's not going to be real soft. It's not going to be mushy. It'll still have a little bit of crispness in it. I want to show you, I did have a nice clear bowl. I don't know what happened to it. So the best I could do is this plastic one that's semi-clear. Anyway, so we're just going to set that aside, and then we're going to start getting the rest of our ingredients ready. Other ingredients that will go in our Taboule: nice green onions, lots of parsley. Went out and got this. This is nice, good Italian parsley. It's got a little bit broader leaf than usually the kind of American parsley that most people are used to. So these are good hothouse tomatoes in the wintertime. Boy, you just can't beat these. They're really good. You know, it's a lot more red, a little more expensive. They come on the vine like that, and but really flavor-wise, a lot of the tomatoes I found just loose in the grocery store are not all that good. You may get a lot of substance, but not a lot of flavor, and I go for the flavor. Another thing, I don't know if you can see this. These are real Turkish olives. And having grown up for a few years in Turkey as a kid, whew, boy, I tell you, you just can't beat these. It's kind of in a brine, not good for the blood pressure. But I went to the doctor yesterday. Blood pressure is great. Still has a pit in there. It's really good. Anyway, and I'll probably process most of this off camera and just show you as I add it up. But one of the things that I really love, and let me go ahead and just cut off the stalk part of the parsley here. If you don't have one of these things here, called a mezzaluna, which literally means a half moon. This thing is great, especially we do a lot of stuff with fresh basil, fresh parsley, and when you're chopping this stuff up, it just makes such quick work of it. Just get it in there and chop it up. And you see just a couple of things, it's already getting small. And you know, they sell those Wonder Chop and all that. And I've never tried them, so I'm not going to knock them. But you know, this, you know, part of the fun is just getting in here and working through it. Got a lot of control over how coarse or how fine the chopping is. And you see, we've almost got it down to a pretty fine level right there. I like to do this. Everything in this, I'm not a raw food kind of person, but you know, once again, I'm not going to knock anybody who does that. But this is a raw recipe. There is no cooking. Everything is fresh. It's really good. About the most processed part of all this is the olives, because they've been packaged. But I'm sure if you wanted, you could get fresh olives. And so look at this. This is about all I need to do on this. And I'm not as good as my wife at chopping stuff up here. But this is a 2-bladed mezzaluna. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and process the rest of this. This is going to be a whole batch of parsley that goes in there. And it really gives it the flavor. Lemon juice. Also, some olive oil, but I'll get to that when I come back after I've got everything chopped and we're ready to start putting things together. I want to show you another neat little gadget. I love olives, and you know, I just kind of chop them up really coarsely. And in case you don't see, I've already got my green onions and parsley in there. I started off with 4 tomatoes. I only did 3, but I picked the 3 biggest ones that were nice and red and ripe. But anyway, back to the olives. When cherries are in season, we buy them and we just pit them. And if you're going to be working with a lot of olives that have pits, cherry pitter works good. Look at that. You just stick it in there and oop. Okay, so now it's not going to work when I'm trying it on the video. But you just stick it in there and out comes the pit. And that makes it a lot easier. Oop. Okay. That's just like my there you go, biscuit video when I was going to show you how easy it was to use the mixer. And now I'm having a tough time on this. But anyway, it's real easy. I mean, you say the pit just comes right out. It's not popping out like I was doing. There we go. See, it's just popping out. And I guess really the key is you just got to get it in the right way. And it just pops that pit right out. And then then you can chop them up. So once your bulgur wheat has softened, that's good. You go ahead and transfer it into a larger container, and if there's any excess liquid, you can pour it off. I actually had to add a little more because it soaked it all up, and there's really not any excess here. So now we're just going to take our olives, dump that in, our tomatoes, all that good juice, the parsley and green onions. We're just going to mix that all together. Well, this is so good. And then, I'm mixing that up. Then I'm going to drizzle some olive oil on there. And I guess maybe about 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup maybe. And then mix that up really good. You know what, I'm going to add a little more. Love the taste of those olives. There we go. And by the way, it's the first cold press, and this happens to be Sultan brand. It's from Lebanon, and it's really good stuff. And then what you get, look at that, a very colorful, extremely healthy. If you're on a raw food or vegetarian diet. And after it sits for a couple hours, it's even better as the flavors join together. But it's ready to go. I could serve it right now. Very healthy.